Welcome back, everyone, to Kale's podcast. This is episode 4 now. With me today, I have Nia Newman. She is a sophomore guard at Penn State Lehigh Valley. Nia, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. So I always like to start off with background, childhood and everything. Obviously, you have a twin sister who goes to the same school as you, playing
Yep.
basketball. She wasn't able to make it on today. But when did you guys start playing basketball? When was the first time you picked up the ball?
So I could just tell you now, I started a little bit later than Nyla. She started when she was in the third grade. I kind of started in mainly the sixth grade, seriously. So we started playing together around middle school. I originally didn't want to play, so it was kind of a weird thing for me to transition from doing gymnastics into starting basketball. So yeah, we just have been we touched the court sixth grade and just it's been up ever since.
So why did you start up later? So she started in third grade, you started in sixth. What made you now want to start playing basketball?
Mainly, if my dad was to be here, he would say it was kind of like he saw something in me and kind of saw a little bit of excitement for the game. I didn't see it at the time, but I guess it had to grow over time. I just don't think I was as competitive as Nyla when she started, so it was mainly I just didn't want to. I didn't want to compete, and now it's been a love that it's been growing since then. So
That's good. Did you have any role models, athlete or not, that you kind of looked up to growing up?
um role models. I guess athlete wise, I really liked Kawhi as a player. I liked his style of play. I especially loved how he was mainly just a defensive player. I always thought of him as a silent killer, which I think would kind of represent me as a player. I'm not really out and about, but he just gets the job done, which I really liked.
I never heard Kawhi as a role model, because
Yeah.
I mean, the dude's silent with his weird laugh, and then everyone else picks LeBron or Jordan or whatever.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a good answer though.
Thank you.
So moving on to your sophomore year of high school, I remember. So we went to the same high school, obviously. You guys made that deep run in the playoffs, on your way to a state championship, but then that got ended because of COVID and stuff. What was that whole experience like your whole sophomore year?
It was really interesting just because we were obviously still new to the school, and women's basketball wasn't taken as seriously. So the fact that we got that far, and with it, me and Nyla kind of carrying the team over, but it was a really cool experience to take us that far, and having the support of the school increase as we got our high school experience, which is a real cool experience, and just kind of carrying that through our senior year, because junior year we got COVID. So
do you remember you guys' record that year?
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, and then I know, I'm pretty sure you guys had to split the state title, right?
Yeah, we split it between I remember one of the schools was Poly and two other schools, which those were kind of schools that were up there within the ranks in Maryland. So I thought that was pretty cool, and that we got that far.
If that wasn't ended due to COVID, do you guys think you guys could have won the whole thing? You can be honest.
It definitely would have been a fight, but I think we would have had a chance, but it probably would have been a really close game. I don't know if we would have won, because I don't really know how Poly looked at the time, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah. And then obviously you had just in general, you're all 4 years there. You had a pretty good high school career. After that, what was your recruiting process like for you?
So obviously with COVID, and as I think you can attest to as well, it kind of got messed up. So it was kind of hard to get coaches' attention, especially with previous players getting their COVID year and everything. So it was a lot of me and my sister kind of reaching out and putting our film out. We used NCSA. I've heard mixed reviews of how people use that website, but I think that was really beneficial for us because we found the school that we went to, that we're going to now. But it's been like, I guess, more of a, we had to do everything ourselves and kind of go from there to find the school that we're at right now.
Yeah, I remember sophomore year, I used NCSA as well. For football wise, at least, didn't really work as well as it might have
Hmm.
worked with you. And then obviously, like coming from a school like Rockville, you don't get like that big publicity. It's like
Exactly.
private schools in the area, so yeah, you kind of have
Hmm.
to do everything for yourself. Even like not to bash like coaches or anything, but
Oh,
they're
no, I
trying
agree.
they're trying their best, but it's not like what you're looking for. It's just what
Hmm.
you're able to get, which you know you can do better than that. But yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
yeah. Um, and then do you think, or would like going into like recruiting? Obviously, you and Nyla go to the same school now. Was that always something that you guys both wanted, or was that just like that just fall into place?
It fell into place. If Nyla was here, she would say she would have wanted us to go to the same school, but I had different schools in mind. But originally I was planning on going to like a different school, probably in like New York, and she wanted to stay in Maryland. But then this coach reached out to us, and she happened to see the both of us, so it just happened like that.
What were some of those schools?
Um, it was St. Mary's College in Maryland. Uh, Jeez, I don't remember the other one. John Jay, I remember was one of them. Uh, I can't remember off the top of my head, but
Yeah,
those are like, I think St. Mary's was one of the other schools we were planning on going to together too.
yeah. Um, then now that you guys are at the same school, what's kind of like the biggest difference between college basketball and high school basketball?
The intensity of it definitely, especially within the practices, it was more intense. Conference wise, I would say it was kind of the same to high school. It's not. I personally didn't like the conference that we're in,
Mhm.
which is not one of the reasons why going to a different school, but um, it's also like different people you're playing with, so you gotta kind of reintegrate of how you play a role in the team and making sure that your role is like helping the team out instead of just playing for yourself. Because in high school we kind of had to you know carry everyone else, but now you have other people who know what to do, so it's kind of like a readjustment process too.
And then so obviously sophomore year, so you've played 2 seasons now. Freshman year, you guys won the whole thing, right?
No, we
Yeah.
didn't win. We
Okay.
lost, and we lost this year in overtime by 7, I think.
Okay, but I mean, making it to you made it to the championship your freshman year, right? I know you made it
Yes.
last. Okay.
hmm
How have you like? What was your guys' record? Probably either combined or each season these last 2 years.
I know this season was like 24 and like 3 or something like that. And then last season was like maybe 22 and 6. Um, it's been a different group, so it's like and the different teams and how everything is changing over time. So I guess it's I don't know, it's just a different adjustment each year and knowing who you're playing and everything.
Yeah. And then you said that you guys are leaving.
hmm
Have you guys found a school already? Are you guys both going to the same school again, or are you guys just like in the portal, both looking right now?
Yeah, we're going to the same school again. It's in the Penn State like system, but it's outside of conference, so we're gonna be in actual like a D like in the D3 NCAA, which will be playing more schools and having a bigger conference.
Okay. And um, I know you, but like this past season, I know you won like the conference award. Was it
I got an honorable mention, and I was
for
defensive player of the year.
you got defensive player of the year?
Yeah.
And then didn't Nyla get it last year?
Yep.
Okay, so that's why it's like the big whole role model Kawhi. You guys are both like defensive oriented
Yeah.
players, silent stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then what's your major now? And are you gonna be able to like do the same major at your new school?
Yeah, so I'm majoring in psychology with a minor in criminal justice.
And you're going to be able to transfer that over.
Yeah, everything's gonna be transferred over.
Yeah, that's good. And then, like, what are you looking for in the future at, like, your new school?
Mainly just, I guess, a regular campus experience, because the campus we were at, it was like a commuter campus, so it was like people still lived at home and everything, but like at this campus now, it's like gonna be like an actual college experience is what I was kind of looking for. And as well, just from, if you want to talk about from the basketball aspect, it'll be, I think, a more competitive environment where I can actually, I feel like I can grow more as a player than what I have. Just, expanding my game and just getting better every day as much as I can.
Yeah. And then I don't know if you know, but like obviously I stopped playing football and having to like
Mhm.
leave a school is like a little bit difficult sometimes because one you're leaving people that you knew, things like
Exactly.
that.
Yeah.
But definitely like for me coming to where I am now at URI, it's definitely made like a bigger impact. One, I like now know exactly what I want to do,
Mhm.
and um, I can start like different things like starting this podcast and things like that.
Yeah.
Um, so that's definitely like it's gonna be tough, definitely trying to switch schools and things like that, going to a whole new team. But obviously you'll have your sister with you, which would
Mhm.
a little bit
Yeah.
easier.
Yeah.
Um,
I just think the transition will be a little bit smoother, hopefully, because we're both on the same page now. But
yeah,
I was about to ask like the same, like how that transition is for you, because I don't know if I was gonna play basketball after I transferred.
really.
So yeah, it was still like a decision, but like I don't know if I could give it up just yet. So.
For me, it was a little bit different because I had to stop. I didn't have a
Mhm.
choice really because of injuries and things like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
but
got you. Got you.
yeah. You have anything else that you want to talk about for me?
Um. Yeah, I mean that was the main question. Just like how you felt after like you had to quit. Like, what was your, like, how are you still like adjusting? Not like breathing, but like how are you adjusting now and everything?
I definitely still say it's a little bit difficult. I'm still around football though. I
Mhm.
was able to get a coaching internship here.
Okay,
So
that's good.
yeah, so doing that definitely helps. Waking up at 6 in the morning though doesn't, especially if I'm not playing. But I think it has both its positive and negative. So like I'm still around football and I still love it, but then sometimes I'm like watching them practice. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I could totally like. But other than that, and then obviously meeting new people. For you, you'll have your sister. For me, I kind of came in here knowing maybe like one or two people.
Mhm.
So that was definitely a big adjustment. Same thing with like you're doing the same major. I kind of had to start kind of fresh. I got my transfer credits in, but I'm like in a whole new major right now. So
Yeah, that was the one thing I was concerned about,
yeah,
because credit transfers don't always transfer over for every school. So.
yeah, pretty short. But honestly, if you don't have anything else, that's it for me.
All right. Cool. This was
Yeah,
fun.
that's good. Um, so yeah, I hope that transfer process goes well for you. Hopefully next year you'll um, have I wouldn't say a better season because you guys did pretty well, but I hope
Mhm.
it's more I wouldn't say enjoyable, but more
No,
enjoyable.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Thanks, and I hope you enjoy your rest of your 2 years and your transfer, and everything goes well for you.
good. Thank you.
All right. Thanks so much, okay.